Good morning, everyone. I hope your week is starting off well. It's Monday, and I have been giving this candle here from Caramel Sunday some good burn time since it arrived Thursday of last week. I was really excited to light this one up. It felt like it was a really nice transitional scent for this time of year. This is Poison Pear. I have it here in the 40-ounce 4-wick jar from Caramel Sundays. I know that the 2-wick is coming back in this fragrance for their next restock, which I believe is September 7th. So I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on this fragrance and kind of go through what I'm experiencing with it. I'm about halfway, not quite to the halfway mark on this one, but I've burned it quite a bit. On cold, you guys, when I first got this, I could really smell the pear. It smelled like a bright, juicy, baked pear fragrance, but I'm definitely experiencing something very different as it's burning. I'll start off with letting you guys know the scent notes. So the top is warm baked pear and mascarpone, mid notes of caramel and vanilla, and base note of praline. So as this is burning, I definitely get the mascarpone. There is something slightly sour about this fragrance, but there is something very bakery-like about it as well. It is sweet. So I'm thinking, to me, I feel like it's coming across as just vanilla and praline. I don't really get any caramel from this fragrance. And as it's burning, I don't get any pear whatsoever. I have searched and searched for it, and I really don't smell it as it's burning. I think that pear is a really hard fragrance note for candle companies to capture, it seems. It's not one we see often, and when we do see it, it doesn't ever seem to be popular or a standout fragrance for any candle line. I think it must be really hard for the scent oil to translate when burning. I know that Kringle, the country lineup, has a pear candle that I have not ever tried. Let me know in the comments below, you guys, if you have any pear fragrances that you really enjoy and seem like they really stand out and actually have good performance. But yeah, this to me just smells like mascarpone, which is kind of like a, I believe it's like a cream cheese or sour cream type of ingredient used in a lot of baked goods. So I get that sweetness, that sweet sour kind of lactonic note from this. And then the praline, I believe, is the gourmand or the bakery note that's really coming across as this is burning. To talk about performance a bit, I have had some issues with this candle. As you guys can see, I'm gonna go in a little bit. This wick up front here to the right has really struggled. It's very small. In fact, the front 2 wicks have been really tiny, so it's really struggling to pull out and clean up all this wax off the sides of the candle. I find this is not burning as hot as they normally do. I mean, these wicks have really just been tiny for me, and I will be 100% honest with you guys. I have not trimmed the wicks once on this candle. I haven't needed to. There have been 0 carbon balls, and this morning when I lit this candle, my son comes to me and he said, "Mom, one of your wicks is out." So this front right wick, this wick here had curled into itself and went out. And I haven't trimmed any of the wicks. So that seems to be an issue with a couple of these wicks in here. It's also leaving there's a lot of wax kind of like stuck to the side, and it's not burning as hot as they usually do. It's the first time I've had this happen with one of their 4 wicks. I have had it happen with one of their 2 wicks before, but when that wick extinguished itself, I just tried to straighten it up as much as I possibly could and relight it, and it kept kind of just like dangling into itself and into the wax. But I just kept pushing it up and pushing it up, and it's going now. So it's burning, but as you can see, it is struggling to warm through here. Normally on the 4 wicks from Caramel Sunday, I get a nice deep wax pool. That has not happened at all with this candle so far. It's really struggling to get hot and to get a nice deep wax pool. So I believe that that is part of the reason why the scent throw on this one is so weak. I would give this maybe a 5 out of 10 in terms of fragrance throw, which is pretty darn low for a 4 wick. I have to say I'm kind of disappointed in this one. Yeah, it's just not what I was expecting in terms of fragrance, and the performance has not been the best for me. I would really probably caution anyone that's going to be getting this in a 2 wick in the future. I don't know, maybe it would burn better and the performance might be better, but to me this is pretty weak for a 4 wick. And yeah, you know, it's funny, my daughter, she came to me and she goes, "Mom, I do not like that candle at all." She was very honest. She's like, "Something just about it smells really weird." I wouldn't say that I dislike the fragrance. It's very much just a background scent. It's slightly sweet and lactonic, like I said, but there's nothing fruity about it to me. So if you're looking for a very like the warm baked pear, it's not there in my experience. I know I would love to hear other people's thoughts and take on this. I did have one person comment here on my YouTube channel saying that she also got 0 pear on burn. I got a lot of pear on cold, but once I lit it up, it completely disappears. So for me, this is going to be a thumbs down candle. I love the new labels that they're putting on these 4 wicks. They just look very classy and very nice. I have to say, I really prefer those over the clear labels. I noticed, like, when I was doing my reviews of the clear label jars, it's very hard to see the name of the candle, or like even in pictures and stuff, once you burn it down, like once you burn it down, it just doesn't look as cute with the white background. So I do actually prefer these labels. I like that a lot. I'm gonna pan up just so you guys can get an idea of the, excuse this whole awkward turn, but kind of just how it's burning. Those back 2 wicks are definitely more solid. The front 2 are just kind of, you know, they're medium now. Thankfully this little guy here to the right picked up and he's actually burning now, which is good. But I did have to kind of keep an eye on it this morning. Yeah, and I just, you know, I wish the throw was stronger, and I wish I did get more pear from this scent. But that's just my thoughts and my take on it, you guys. I have another 4 wick that I did purchase this last restock in the pumpkin cashmere. I have that sitting on my shelf for now. I probably won't light that up this month, but maybe into September or October. It is somewhat light on cold, I think because of the cashmere. That tends to be the case. But it's an absolutely beautiful fragrance. I love the pumpkin and the cashmere mixed together. So I am excited to light that one up and see how it performs. I am contemplating whether or not I will purchase it all in September. I may skip. I really wanted Witching Hour, but I think I might pass. I don't know. We'll see how things go in the next few weeks. I have made a couple other purchases recently, so I'm gonna take note here in a couple weeks and see how I feel closer to the drop date. So thanks everyone for listening in. I hope you have a great Monday and a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.